Bashers. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Dirk. This is the iBashers Dirk Weekdays. It's your show. I just host it. It's election day in the United States of America. Now, that's a big thing, especially at this divided time that we're all in, dealing with the left and the right and the up and the down and the conservatives and the liberals and the blah, blah, blah. And we're just people looking for a better life. Some of us are informed. Some of us are misinformed. Some of us think other people are misinformed and they think we are misinformed. In an era where the truth is so available, I've never seen so much misinformation in my entire life. And I'm very saddened by it. Very, very sad. But happy election day. And I hope we all come out of this better. No matter what your choice is, I really hope whatever the result is, and I honestly, can I just say that I think it's a lose-lose. I don't really think either candidate is going to do what we want them to do or fulfill the promises of the people. I think it's agendas and it's people with torches on both sides and a lot of crap. But I wish and hope for a better tomorrow for you and yours. I do. For people, for peace on earth. And that's my stance on it. We'll be watching this like a hawk, I'm sure, because it affects the entire world. Because let's face it, the United States is the world police. I don't know why we are, but we are. And that's kind of a sad thing, that we get involved in so many other people's skirmishes and affairs and fund them or ignore them. And, you know, what do you do with stuff like that? What do you do with that information? What do you do with that information? Where is the great white knight or nitrous, if that's a word, and I know it's not, but I made it up last week. Where is that great white knight on the horse to lead the people to the truth and salvation? And, you know, where is, even though we all know in hindsight that some of our presidents were, you know, less than what we thought they were. But where is that Camelot? Where is that where everybody bands together and feels a certain way and it's a landslide where we're also, it's just so divided now. Why isn't there just one person that comes along? And for me, I think we could have had that candidate, but that candidate didn't want anything to do with it. And that was Admiral McRaven, William McRaven. That's the guy that wrote that book, Make Your Own Bed. He's a guy that I absolutely love. And I think he would have been an amazing president, but he's worked for presidents and he said he would never want that job. This guy has so much unbelievable information. He's such a wonderful guy. Everything about him, the way he speaks is just so presidential. And he's an admiral. This is a guy that's seen it. This is the guy for anybody who wants to know or cares to believe. He's the guy that led the mission to oust bin Laden, the possible, if not scapegoat for 9/11. Because I don't know if I completely believe that. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist person either. And he's even said that too, because, you know, the chain of command in that was just didn't stop at him. It was so widespread. But it's election day. And here we are. Here we are, my friends. It's a very stressful day. Let's see who's in the room. Let's see what you guys have to say. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. I don't really like to get into the whole political mumbo jumbo of it all. Because I respect your opinion. I do. I respect everybody's opinion on it. I think, you know, if you're an informed person with a passion, I think that, you know, your opinions are valid and they should be. We should take that into account. I am surprised by a lot of people who I've seen on the internet making their surprise announcements on who they want to go with and who they don't want to go with. And it's just, do we care? Do we care about endorsements? Do we care when, you know, Taylor Swift says she's voting for Kamala, or yesterday Joe Rogan says I'm going with Trump because Elon Musk was the guy that convinced me, you know, because he was an Obama supporter and he's now a Trump guy. You know, you wonder what their motivations are, you know, on both sides. You really wonder. Let's see who's in the room and let's start it all off with Nick Sisto. Number one to get in the room. Once again, I have been slacking because my life is just a never-ending mumbo jumbo of hoo-ha. And I got to clean my lens because I just saw a little bit of green screen artifacts. Let me do a little abyss here and fix that. Did it fix it? It did. It fixed it. So why is this so close today? It's weird. There it goes. That's the scene in the Abyss where they wipe the camera, and it was pointed out to me like a year ago. I couldn't believe it. I've seen that movie 50 times. I've been very lax on my bashers of the day. I'm home tonight, so I will do those. I just have somebody in my family who's not doing very well, and it's not my sister. It's my mother-in-law, and some serious prayers for her because she's actually going to the hospital tonight. She's going through an illness, and it's was looking very hopeful, and now it's kind of cautious. So she's starting some treatment this week, and we just hope that we can get her through that because it's some ugly stuff. So life's been a little cuckoo, and I did meet with my friend Steve today, and he gave me this blue Serial Poet shirt. The Serial Poets, look at that. It's his band. He's had for 30 years. They're a kind of hardcore. It's funny because I had never seen them for 30 years. I'd never seen Serial Poets. Now Steve comes on the road with my band Hitman when we play. He photographs us. He's our friend. He always comes to all our shows when we play in Europe and stuff. And a great guy. And I never saw his band. I finally went to see them. I was like, wow, that wasn't hardcore at all. It was really melodic rock and roll, and I really enjoyed it a whole hell of a lot. Which goes to show you about preconceived notions. I'm like, oh God, hardcore. I'm not going to enjoy that. He's part of the hardcore scene, but his band is really melodic, and he's got great merch, and it's got the Unisphere. Look at that. You can see a little bit of the green screen coming through on that. Nice royal blue shirt. Very much. So Nick Sisto, I owe you for sure. Melly C's in the room, number 2. Hello, Dirk. Hello, Melly C and Andy M and Mork and Mindy and all the beautiful ones. Ken Furby's here. Greetings to Dirk, to one and all. This is a very big day. Everything's crossed. Yeah, it is a big day. Space Ace. Welcome, Space Ace, to the show. Kevin Landon, number 3 today. I don't think so. I think you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kevin Landon. Number 3. Maybe we're number 3 on the early one because YouTube is cuckoo. Sorry about my vertical stream the other day, but you know what? I'm going to make a bunch of Instagram shorts out of it because that's what Instagram likes. So that's what Instagram's going to get. And I'm really crap at Instagram. So let me try my hand at that and see how it goes. I'm learning new things every single day. For some reason, YouTube refused to allow me, even though I set it to horizontal. I went live. It said, turn your camera. I don't know what that was about. Dean says, happy bonfire night. Yeah, bonfire night. I'm having a wonderful Drew B coffee. It's not in my handsome Joe LaFaro glass because I didn't wash it. It's in the sink. The 2 of them are in the sink. Andrew Wolkowitz, working until 5:30. Be kind, even if tempted to be mean. No. One of the bashers, mean, never going to happen. Upvote and subscribe. Nick Sister with 5 balloons. Dirk, any update on Metal Mondays? Yeah, I'm thinking about next Monday. Announcements will come during this show, this very channel, this week. I've got a guest lined up. It looks like next week is going to be Metal Mondays. Very excited about that show. It's not going to be a metal show per se. It will have metal involved, rock and roll involved, music involved, but it's going to be my conversation with musicians that I know, love, and respect, and other stuff. You know, it's going to be me asking lots of questions about how people make records, how they tour, how they learn their instrument, because I love other people's stories. That's why I don't read fiction anymore. I used to read fiction. I've had it with the Frank Herberts and all that stuff. I read all that stuff as kids and the J.R.R. Tolkien and all that junk. I only read biographies now because I love to hear what makes people tick. I care more, much more interested in what's going on in your world than in my world, for sure. It's just interesting to me to find out how people tick. That's why I really enjoy you know, when Rick Beato has an interview. I wish he'd shut up a little bit more and stop interrupting people. But that's the art of a great interviewer, letting your subject speak. Now, I have a very famous reputation of cutting people off and taking left turns, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I've spoken to people about it, and I swear to God, I think what it comes down to is when I think somebody's gone on too long about one particular subject, I tend to try to change it. Which is, I don't know if that's a good quality or a bad quality, but I've been called out on it by Paul many times. Nick Sisto, 5 balloons. Let's start it off with the Super Chat gong that usually, well, I'll give you the second one because I think Andrew owns that gong at this point. Thank you so much for that, kind sir. Ray Ray's here, lucky number 7 to stick me thumb up. Me vote goes to Dirk. Well, thanks. I've got the American flag. Unfortunately, with my last name, I would never want to. I wouldn't want to run for political office either. Actually, as I get older, I wonder about that. But my last name is Kennedy, so not a good idea. Not a good idea. Mike Allen's here. Hey, Dirk, happy days, and hopefully can't wait for the Bashers. Well, here you are, and here they are, and here they'll stay, as they say. Dave Fahrenheit 451's here, voted and upvoted. Thank you, kind sir. Just if you could hit the little upvote, all that stuff. I did what did I do the other day? I did Sunday Mass, which was nice. Weird weekend of people were obviously doing stuff. A lot of streams going on, a lot of rebel streaming going on. My show is every single day at 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock is my show is Classic Bashers, and Sunday it is at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for any of those streamers out there who want to start streaming when I'm streaming. I won't do it when you're doing it. That's all I got to say about that. Vaughn, remember the 5th of November. Do you remember the time, November? Gunpowder, treason, and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. It's excellent. Mr. Minichiello, hello, everyone. I hope you are well. I hope you're well, too. It's 209. Hey, look at that. Great shot, man. That's a great shot. What a rugged puss you got on. Look at that. Fantastic. Marge is here. Upvote and subscribe, everyone. Marge's moving house soon, and he and the beautiful Bronson are going to be dwelling in their forever domain, which I'm so excited for him and for beautiful Bronson. Congratulations, my friend. It was a long journey to get you where you needed to go, and I'm so proud and so happy for you. Joe LaFaro, handsome Joe LaFaro, happy election day. Happy election day. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what the possible outcomes are of this election. Because Trump's already saying it's rigged, but he could win. I mean, if he says it's rigged, if he's saying it's rigged now, but he wins, then what does that say? Because I'm just like, stop saying the elections are rigged. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. We went through every single kind of court there, every single level of court to prove that the last election was not rigged, and there was no evidence at all. Stop saying that. Why can't people just know when they're done? You know, and he might not be done. He could possibly win. He could. There's a lot of people out there that support him. That's fine. But he's saying it's. He's already saying it's rigged. Stop saying it's rigged. Just stop it. Rufus, both empty suits. Yeah, you know, I have one particular issue. Most people who know me know what it is, and that's my one major issue with Donald Trump. And I did not vote for him. I voted for Kamala Harris, and I don't really like her either, but this one particular reason is why I didn't vote for him. The one particular reason. Many reasons why I don't think he should be the president of the United States. I don't like nationalism. I'm not a fan of that for anybody. Nationalism to me just screams the Third Reich. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Proud, be a proud American, sure. Nationalism is not my thing. We're a country of immigration. We should be welcoming people legally, for sure. But Mimi Reichenbach says, hi, everyone, here for some kinship on a stressful day. I could use it more than ever, my dear darling Mimi. Look at this picture of these two youthful beauties. Look at them. God, we were so young and so pretty. God, what happened? Now I just look like I'm in the Village People. Carrot and Meriton need a hug. Well, here's a virtual hug for you, my darling. Virtual hug. Steve Mac 3 from Scotland. Evening, Dirk, and all my Bashers bots. Evening to you, and it's great to see you. I love this. It's like almost a Tom Jonesian kind of photograph there. 209 says they're hoping for bandwagoners. Yeah, you know. I mean, I had a conversation with a neighbor of mine, not the Q one, but another one. And, you know, listen, this is why I'm not on Facebook anymore, because I left I'm still on Facebook, but I don't engage on it anymore because everybody's too freaking political. And I don't want to hate people I love. And this particular neighbor of mine who I absolutely adore, she's one of those, you know, Trump Jesus people with like Jesus bestowing his light on I mean, Where does that come from? What is that? No political figure is Christ-like. They're all egomaniacs. All of them. Except for General Admiral. Why do I want to say General? Because General sounds so good. Admiral McRaven. He even said, I don't have the ego for it. He's got the most amazing voice. It's very deep, resonant. Oh, God, it's great. If you ever want to watch smart porn, watch his speech on making your own bed. If you ever want to see a man, and he's a man in his beautiful dress blues, and he's giving a speech on making your own bed. It's just the most beautiful, eloquent speech that you just go, wow, I would campaign for you if you ran for office. I mean, show me the way. Show me the way. Take me tonight to the river and wash my illusions away. And show me the way. Dennis DeYoung. Hey, Mimi says, Melly, see, you guys would be the best of friends. I know it. You know why? Because you're both cat ladies. Andy M. Oh, good day to you, kind sir. I hope you and yours are all happy and well. Look at kitties in the box. Kitties rock. We know that. We all know that. And wait till you see the new Hanger On by Drew B. It's cute in the wonderful Gallery of Bastards coming up a little later in the show. Because Drew B's got 5 of his own cats, but now he's got a cat that keeps coming by his house because he sees how good the other cats have it. Hey, Joe LaFaro, thank you for my sister Pat. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Joe LaFaro. You're the best. Melly says, sending present wishes to your sister. Thanks. Yeah, now it's like, oh man, it's just like, when you get to a certain age, people start getting ill and sick. And my sister Carrie is staying with my sister Pat right now to take, to just, be there for her and all that stuff, which is amazing because that's what the kind of sister she is. Fantastic. And so I'm grateful for that. And she's, she had a procedure that she's going to need a little bit of help and a little rehab for over the next couple of weeks. So I appreciate that. Yeah, so shit happens, right? Hey, Melly C and Carolyn, yes, I need many hugs. Mike Count says, hi guys, I think it's a coin flip. Be well, no fighting. But I just worry. You know what I'm worried about most? If Donald Trump loses, which right now it's 50-50. No poll shows otherwise. Will there be more of that catastrophic shit that we went through the last time? Will there be revolts and stop the steal and rigged elections? And will there be that? I hope not. But I think that there will be. And I hope that there isn't, but I think it's E. Stewart Hall. Hey, upvoted, and of course I voted for the lesser of two. I mean, I got into a little bit with Jimmy, my guitar player from Hitman, because he really, 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 really has faith in Kamala Harris. And I thought he was going to vote for Jill Stein. I really did. I really thought, because he's a Green Party, he's a Bernie guy. And listen, there is this thing where if the Green Party got 5%, it could be a real party. It could be a real boy. And that would be great. But, the two-party system is all we have right now, and that's the sad thing. It's really sad. My T-shirt would be potential serial killer. Potential serial killer. Nathaniel Hanna with 20 balloons. You weren't kidding about the Fu Manchu. Right, baby. There it is. I had it in 2015, and I had a better one, because you know what I did? I had the goatee, but I didn't have the goatee flared out. So I'm going to flare this out a little bit more. And when I cut it down, it was huge, like a motorcycle guy, because I had the big goatee that was like, maybe down to here. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I look like a ruffian. So no thanks. But 20 balloons, thank you, kind sir. Let's give you something spectacular for that. That's a huge super chat. Thank you, kind sir. And Rufus with $1.99, $1.99. Oh, I'm no fan of the mango Mussolini. I mean, listen, Italy, the place where I want to wind up, at least 3/4 of my year.
Rose.
And I don't have my phone on silent, and Rose is calling me during my show. I don't even know how to turn that off, so I'll just let it go. I'm trying to get into the habit of not having my phone on silent all the time, which I often do. So I was down in her apartment earlier, so hopefully nothing terrible is going on down there without me knowing about it. Italy right now is run by the Brotherhood d'Italia, the Fratelli d'Italia, I think it's called, and she's, semi-fascist, but, the Italians have a very long line of fascism there. But you know what? It doesn't seem to affect their every single day life. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens down the road. I'm praying for the best, and I'll be watching this. It's a little early yet. It's only 5:23 in New York City. Polls close at 9 o'clock, depending on where you are. Let's see where that is. But I did do a poll, and the poll on my show said that the majority of people who watch the iBashers, it was like 200 votes, chose Trump, which I thought was interesting. $1.99. Let's give you something for that. Let's give you some cowbell. Ray says, big hug to Carolyn Martin from The Rock. I am a rock. Did Simon and Garfunkel get back together for a performance? See, somebody said they had a big reunion. I was like, what? They should do that before it's too late, right? They should do it. Get over yourself, Art Garfunkel, because it's your fault. Because Paul Simon wrote all those songs, and he could sing them too. So I don't know how bad he needs you, but I think you need him bad. It's like Daryl Hall and John Oates. John Oates, really? Come on. Daryl Hall wrote all those songs. He wrote them all. People have to know. They have to know. Andy M says, you look like a biker who lost his bike, indeed. Tom says, go Trump. So there you go. Tom says that. Chris P says, people don't vote for Trump because of what he can do for them. They vote for what he can do against those they hate. Ooh, Paddington. Look at Paddington looking nice. That's interesting. Hate's a strong word, Chris also says that Trump is like a pumpkin, orange on the outside, hollow on the inside, and should be thrown out in November. Who knows? Mimi says that the polls are bullshit and have proven unreliable before. Remember, Hillary was the undisputed. Well, she won the popular vote. I mean, it's probably time for us to figure out a way to dump the Electoral College, right? Because at this point in the game, what good is that? It used to be made sense, for the Electoral College to be the reason, because, you got nobody in like Oshkosh Bagosh. I don't know how if it's even useless anymore. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the Electoral College? Miami Maddie says, cheers, Dirk and Bashers. Hey, handsome you. With your beautiful dog. Sharon says, I love that song. Oh, me too. Show me the way. Take me tonight to the river. He's so dramatic. Wash my illusions away. Show me the way. I love it. Eastern Hall, $5. We love you, Dirk. Hope you stay in the USA because the USA is better with you in it, and we need more people like you. Oh, man, Eastern Hall. Listen, I'm not going to give up my joint. I'm not. I'm fighting to the tooth and nail with who, Dragon Lady. She's just whatever. I don't even care anymore. No, but I want to live out my days and my nights in a piazza with a glass of wine and the ability to go to Rome or to Florence or to, Venice by train, 2-hour train ride, and come back to New York when I need a bit of that. And I just I'm very sad, even though I spent a very, very, my family spent a lot of time in Ireland as kids. I've always lived in the United States. And whereas I have friends who have lived abroad, moved abroad, been there, been back, blah, blah, blah. My niece lives in London. When you're young, that's the time to do it. Americans we're isolated, whereas you live in Belgium or France or Germany or wherever you live, Italy, you go across borders. You probably speak 1, 2, 3, 4 languages. A lot of Europeans do. Americans are like, that's not blood. It's that. What is that in a shell? What is that? A snail? We are so provincial. I mean, it's crazy how Americans. I know so many people who've never been across the pond at all. And yeah, okay, my dad was an airline pilot, and we flew for an airline. You know, we flew for free my whole life and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. He wasn't a pilot; he was a sales rep. Why I said pilot, I don't know. While listening to Bruce Dickinson's new interview, I'm just thinking pilot, pilot, pilot. Europeans just get it. They get the cultures, sharing of cultures. Americans don't. We have got American culture. We've got great stuff here. Great, great, great stuff. There's no doubt about it. You know, American Pie, all that stuff. There's so much great stuff about America. America was great when Truman was here, when FDR was here. You know, it hasn't been that great since then. There's been so much division since then. There has been. Let's face it, tons of it. You know, how can we make it better? Be nicer. Stop hating everybody. You know, and you know what? Yes, I totally agree that, you know, China shouldn't be allowed to give 1% loans over 30 years to nationals who want to buy American property. That should be completely illegal. I'm not that brainwashed. My God. Thank you, E. Stewart Hall. Let's give you something really nice for that. So let's go with Gong Woman 1. That's so zen, isn't it? Mike Callan says, be who or what you are. I like your personality. You're not your political viewpoints. Me too. I mean, I don't want to dislike people because I can listen to both sides of it with some kind of, you know, critical thinking. You know, without critical thinking, I mean, we're all lost. You know, Trump's got great ideas, some of them. Great ideas. Some of them are terrible. It's not so much he's terrible, his people are terrible. A lot of like, oh God. Oh. But that's the same with the super liberals. They drive me bananas too. They drive me crazy. Why can't anybody be up the middle and make sense? I don't know. Mike Callan with $20. Thank you, kind sir. That's very sweet. Like, you know what? I just want people to be happy and safe. And the politics should be less extreme than it is. People should be less extreme in their thinking. Isn't that so easy to do? Just take a beat, take a step back and relax. We're going to watch tonight and we're going to accept what happens tonight and then just try to make the best of it. Because there is no white knight or nitrous, the word that I made up. Nitrous is just something you huff, right? And get all giggly. We got to try to make the best of it. We need to also, America has a lot to do with foreign relations. You know, we have to have respect from other nations. The UN, the UN. Doesn't that need a whole revamp and a whole, what the hell is going on there? What a great idea that was. But we need the Justice League instead of the United Nations. We need people go in there and kick ass and stop all the jackasses from all the crap they do. Anyway, that's $20. That's huge. Thank you very much. That's a mega super chat. That's fucking huge. Thank you so much. Cheers to Sharon. Andy M says, your Constitution is an amazing document. It is. You live in a constitutional republic, which is designed to protect the weak from the strong. Super cool. Unfortunately, the strong are the only people that really have the power. That's kind of true. And beautiful Jim Lassick, $4.99. Hey, Dirk and friends, remember, watches and whiskey have no political ties. I'm wearing my Speedmaster. Cheers to you all in every country you are all from. There's so many beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people from all over the world and embracing culture. And listen, I'm not very pleased with what's going on in my neck of the woods here. And I think that there should be some kind of legislation to protect me and my elderly neighbors from nefarious people who come from outside this country to take it over, which is exactly what's happening in my neighborhood. And it is really scary, where overnight, within a year, this whole neighborhood has changed to these very wealthy foreign nationals who want us out. They want us out. It's a very unsettling feeling to have lived here for 35 years. And all of a sudden I'm in court all the time because I have to defend my right to stay in my home, my American home as an American citizen, to somebody who is not one. That is very disturbing to me. And that doesn't sound extremely liberal, right? Because it just goes to prove that I'm not the most liberal person in the world. I am just shocked and this person has done everything in their power so far to try to alienate me and degrade me and do terrible things. All I am is an American person living in my American apartment in my American city in my home country. That's all I've done. And I don't have any problem with those people as long as they leave me alone. And that's all I have to say. Just leave me alone. Jim Lassick with $4.99. Love you, man. Thank you so much. Let's have some cowbell for that because we love cowbell. Yeah. Le Carré says, if Trump wins and helps his funders like Putin by cutting off weapons to support the Ukraine genocide and war spreads, well, one of the things that he will do is he will write a blank check to Israel and he will stop whatever funding to Ukraine. That's what will happen because that's where his constituents lie. He will write a blank check to Netanyahu for that annihilation scenario, and he will do whatever he can in his power to stop that. Putin is a guy he highly respects. He respects him. He wants he respects the way that guy is like a de facto leader. You know, he's going to be he's going to be the king in Russia until he dies. You know, Team America, fuck yeah. One of the funniest movies, and I don't like those two guys. I don't find them funny. I hated The Book of Mormon. I don't like South Park generally. Some of it's very funny. But I don't like, I've never liked crass humor. I like smarts. I like people who are clever and smart, and they are clever and smart. And they proved it with Team America, World Police, because that was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen in my life. Incredible. Mike Count says, voter turnout in Connecticut is very quiet. No lines, no crowds. Hope all is well around the globe. Well, Paul went to vote early this morning, and he said there was he couldn't. He voted this afternoon. He said the line was a half a mile down the road. Now, I early voted last week, and I just happened to be on my way to Target, and I saw the center there because it's in a different location in a huge place. And I voted early, and I'm very glad to have gotten that out of the way. You know. Yeah, Craig Wolpert says all politicians shade the truth, but the orange man lies in epic proportion. You know what? They politicians don't think of it as lying. That's what the problem is. Yes, they're all lies. Both sides of the coin do it. But his constituents, his people, love the rhetoric. They love that stuff. So he gives them more of it. He knows that they're going to fact check him, and he does not care. But that's been, listen, I live in New York, from the same town he's from, Jamaica, Queens, exact same town, blocks away. So he's been in our world my entire life. And, he talks a big game. That's what he's always done. And that's what's made him successful, even though I heard he's $2 billion in debt. I'd be curious to see what his actual net worth is, because I know all the buildings that he has are not owned by him anymore. They're all leveraged up the wazoo. Is he a billionaire? I mean, probably not. Maybe on paper, but who knows what that paper is worth? Who knows? Danny Gutierrez says, hello, bastards. Hello, bastards. And he says, I want a whiskey, antibiotics finished tomorrow morning. Oh, good for you. Drinky poos tomorrow night? Yeah, we'll have drinky poos. Want to drinky poos on Grail Watch Wednesday? I think we might have some Grail Watches coming up on the gallery, which is great. Andy says, more cowbell. Yes. John Doe. Hey, John Doe. Dirk, who do you think will win? The bookmakers had Trump as a clear favorite for weeks, but now they've pulled back from that. I did look at that. Honestly, John Doe, man, I don't know. I mean, I did a poll on Bashers. Bashers said it was my poll was by quite a margin. I think they had 57% of Trump and 30%. I mean, my entry on that was anybody else. I don't love either of them. But, who knows? Yeah, and Jim's asking about you, Ray. Yeah. Did I forward that email? I did, right? Yeah, I did. Make sure. John Doe thinks Kamal's going to. I mean, who knows? We're going to find out. We're not going to find out for a while because when I was a kid, we found out the election night who won. And now I don't understand why I can't just vote on my phone. Why do we have to? It's so ridiculous. First of all, you go there and they don't ask you for any kind of identification. They say, who are you? I say, I'm Dirk Kennedy. Where do you live? I give you my address. And they're like, here is your pen and here's your sticker. Why don't they ask to see my ID? Why don't they do that? I mean, what would happen if another guy came up an hour later? Then they'd say, wait a minute, you voted already. So I guess there is some kind of a stopgap there. But I would prefer to pull out my federal ID and say, hey, that's me, you know? Dirk, you did not forward the email in either direction. God, I suck. You know what I'm going to do? Right this second, I'm going to do it. Hold on. One moment. Because I'm a jackass. Hold on. Copy. I don't want to copy that. You know what I hate about Gmail? It's just not the most friendly thing in the world. Sorry for dragging the show down a little bit. Copy. Okay. Then I'm going to write an email. I'm writing an email to Ray. Ray, there you go. Sometimes I better do shit on the show, which I need to do the Basher of the Day thing on the show because I'm losing track of who I owe Bashers of the Day to. That's the problem. And I can't do that because Basher of the Day is an important thing. And we're coming up on the year thing. That's going to be, I'm going to, by Friday, I'll tell you the day of the anniversary show where we'll have some giveaways and some fun stuff and all that junk. Ray, I just sent your email to Jim Lassick so you guys can start your engines. No ID. They said no one asked me for ID. USA Election Day affects every person in the world. It really does. The policies that come out of the USA have a bearing on the rest of the globe. It's very, very true. Handsome Joe LaFaro, Dirk for president. Think how nice the country would be. What a tough job that would be, right? How much sleep does a president get? I personally believe that Donald Trump needs no sleep because that guy's been like the Energizer Bunny my whole life. He's just constantly on. And he loves being on. He's got that kind of personality. That's what he likes. 20 balloons. Thank you so much for that. It's very sweet of you. You're so beautiful. Thank you, handsome Joe LaFaro. Let's give you something fun. That's a mega one, so I'm going to give that. Thank you, handsome Joe LaFaro. I've been watching a lot of old movies lately. Anybody ever see The Killers? Burt Lancaster. Really good movie. 1947. Ava Gardner, beautiful woman. Terrible actress. Boy, does she suck. But she's gorgeous. She's married to Frank Sinatra, Mickey Rooney. Wow, what a gorgeous lady. Frank Sinatra wrote one song in his career, and it's the best song he ever sang. I'm a fool to want you. Amazing song. The only song he ever wrote. Thank you, handsome Joe. Let's start a campaign fund. Oh my God. Oof. Wrong name for a political career. That's for sure. Nathaniel Hannon at Joe LaFaro. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. That's for sure. Let's go with a little cowbell for that. I love the little flare at the end. Pretty great. Whoever is in the White House can decide about wars and economics all over the world. It's totally true. It's totally true. You know, because we're the world police. We stick our noses in. I had this very interesting conversation with a girl from Qatar. And that's how you say it, kids, because she's from there. And she told me, I said, how do we say it? Is it Qatar or Qatar? She goes, Qatar. And she told me they have Sharia law there. Didn't know that. I thought that they were more Emirati. They're not. She told me they have that there. They want Donald Trump as president, as does most of the Arab world, which I was very surprised about because of his, best BFF friendship with Netanyahu. Not good for them. So I'm curious about that. Very interesting conversation I had with that girl. Fascinating to talk to people. I had a conversation with a guy from Senegal in a taxi cab the other day. And this guy was very interesting. I love hearing people from all over the world, and because American, like, how many people can have a conversation about German politics or Italian politics or Irish politics, but everyone all over the world can have a conversation about American politics because it affects so much policy all over the world. It's a big, 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 big deal. It's really a big deal, which is crazy. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. Alpha Foxtrot says, I cannot wait for this drama to be done with. Yeah. So I guess I'm going to watch a movie tonight and then just tune into the news, afterwards. Yeah, Miami Manny, $9.99 to support a great friend. Oh, thanks, you handsome guy. Thank you, buddy. $9.99 beauty show. Let's go with Gone Woman Husband. Great. Let's go to the Gallery of Bastards right now because it's send me your shots. The sublime, the obscure. The Gallery of Bastards. Send me your shots. The sublime, the obscure. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with the world. As always, as usually, we started with Andrew Wolkowicz with nighttime cuddles with his 30-year-old cats. Look at you. Look at you guys. Aww. Oh, look at you, beautiful. She's a pretty lady. Pretty lady. Cats for president. How about that? How about that? Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for a little bit of that. This is funny. He's Ray Ray's making fun of my new Fu Manchu. And he goes, you think you call that a mustache? I think I do. I like your hat. It looks like me granny's. That's hilarious. Then we've got the beautiful Melly C with some wonderful shots of the Mork and the Mindy show, which we love. Oh, you. Look at you, sleepy lady. Oh, she's being an angel. Oh, that's just to prove what a kind, sweet soul she is. Usually we see her in aggressive mode. And there's Mork. Now I just found out while I was doing the big show the other day that Mork had a procedure because he had some medical problems, which makes us love him even more. You beautiful boy, you. We love you. Oh, look at you. You're so pretty. We hate it when they're sick, don't we? Look at you. And look at her hiding. I miss all the devilish little cat games, but I'm not going to have another cat here. I'm going to get an Italian cat. I'm going to find one on the street, and I'm going to pick it off the street and say, come home with me. That's what I'm going to do. Because that's what I've done with everyone. Every single cat I've ever had and dog. They've been on from the streets. All of them. Absolutely. 100%. Then we have Drew, and here he is. This guy showing up around his house. Ready for this? Because Drew's got all those cats in his house. And look at this guy who's been showing up on the daily looking for handouts. The big, big ginger tabby. He looks like a big tomcat. Look at him. Oh, he's looking at you with fear, but he knows that's where the kindness is. So he wants to come around and say hi and maybe partake in some of the goodness that he knows is in your heart, which is great. Thanks, Drew. Always great. Ken Furby's here. Tried out this beauty in an Omega boutique this last week. Super staff, but no purchase. What did he check out? Well, guess what he checked out? What did I say? Hesselite is dead. Long live Sapphilite. Look at that. I have not seen it on the leather, though. This is, in my humble opinion, the most beautiful watch Omega has ever made. I touched it. I wore it. I played with it. That dial, that slate blue gray dial is so beautiful. The one thing that somebody pointed out to me, which I didn't really notice, I think I was watching Design Atelier. I was watching somebody's channel. because, you know, everybody did their bit on this. And the chronograph hand is too white, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. And you know that's probably true. So if I was to fault this in any way, which I wouldn't, because I would take that in a heartbeat, because I think it's the most beautiful watch Omega's ever made. Everything's perfect. The old Omega logo, the old Omega symbol, the new sapphire. You know, the bezel is the exact size as the 42. It's just the watch is smaller. Like my bezel is pretty small. I have a small bezel on mine because it's a 38.7 millimeter watch. Everything about this, the straight lugs, the pushers, all that stuff, no crown guards, all that junk. I don't care about dot over 90. I've said that a million times. I think it's lame. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Now it just makes everything with dot over 90 stupid. The alpha hands. Everything about this watch I think is beautiful. But, you know, it made me take a closer look at it and go, oh, shit, that is really, really, really super duper white. It really, really is. Yeah. Dean said it. Yeah, and then I saw it on the show, and I was like, yeah, it is. It's weird. It is right. It is definitely weird. Now it sticks out to me, and I'm sorry that it does, but it does. But I'd still take it, and you know, that's just how it works with me. Ken says 2 shots of the same vintage gold watch. Well, all right, Ken. Let's have a looky-poo. Oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful. It's a Baume & Mercier. Look at this beautiful thing. Baume & Mercier is a great watch company that gets, no, it's never in the conversation, right? It's absolutely never in the conversation. It's never in the conversation. Oh, look at that. Ooh, man, is that looking great? Wow. Peeking out. That's a dress watch. If I ever saw a dress, that's beautiful, man. Baume & Mercier. Baume & Mercier. Isn't that pretty? I need a nice vintage gold. I want to get me one of those really old 1950s, 60s jobs. That is so beautiful, man. What a great choice. I love it. Yeah, now I see it all the time. You ruined me. And after you said that, I went and I watched, I think it was Design Atelier. I don't remember who it was. And I was like, nah. And then I went, oh shit. And meanwhile, I had my lens up on that thing and I was staring at it. I had 3 hours with that watch by myself. Vintage watches are great. And holy crap, it is. Maybe they should have done something. But you know what? It could age. It could definitely age. You know, and oh, look at this. Oh my, I didn't even see this. Hold on. Steve, Jim. Oh, Handsome Joe. Oh, what's going on here? Steve McLeod, what is needed more on a Speedy Tuesday? Coffee and classic Speedy. Yeah, that's what we want on Speedy Tuesday. Let's do it. Was it Andy? Was it Andy that said it? Andy did not seem all that impressed, which I don't believe. Oh, you have a Smeg coffee machine? Look at that. Yeah. You have a Smeg coffee machine? I didn't know. But you know what? I wanted one of those Smeg refrigerators, but they're plastic. I couldn't believe that they were plastic. It was Andy, English Watch. I love Andy and English Watch. Now, I don't love the white Speedmaster. I just don't. Because Speedmasters to me aren't white. They're black. Or blackish. But I still think it's a pretty watch. Would I take one? Totally. It doesn't thrill me, but that's the beauty of the world. That looks like it's made out of brushed steel, though. This coffee machine looks really cool, man. Smeg is so expensive. Here. It's a great shot. Look at that. That is the way a Speedmaster needs to look on somebody's wrist. Fantastic. Yeah. Angelo Minichello. Oh, no, wait a second. No. I'm going too far. Hey, Dirk, got the Batgirl on with my wife's dog, Siggy, getting all over my blueprints. Miss you all. And I think I'm going to be able to join you live today, which you have. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the incomparable Mr. Jim Lassick. Why is this not popping up? My mouse is acting stupid. Oh, how cute are you? Look at that. Oh, very loosey-goosey on your, what is that? Oh, it's open. Look at the back, girl. I like it on the Jubilee, man. I gotta say, I like it. I like it. Oh, look at that. Look at you, you cutie pie. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're adorable. Look at that. That's a beauty. That's so Carolyn Martin. She's so obsessed with the GMT masters. They're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jimmy. You rock. Handsome Joe LaFaro. Wristwatch. Oh, look at this. Holy moly, Cazzoli. What is going on here? We got a bit of a Pepsi going on here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at that thing. Oh, oh, brother. Bread and butter. Outrageous. Look at him. Look at him again. Look at him with the patterns and the colors. Handsome Joe, I think you're a runway model. I think you're a part-time model. Look at that. Oh, man. You guys all watched Flight of the Conchords when it was on. I saw them live in Forest Hills at the Forest Hills Tennis Stadium, and it was one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life. And they played new stuff, and I was like, oh, boo. It was great. Thank you, Handsome Joe. Amazing. Some vintage. Vintage. But I felt that to wear red today, being superstitious Italian that I am. There you go. I know it's Tuesday. If it's Tuesday, this must be Belgium. Angela Minicillo. I've been waiting for a truck like you to come into my life. Yeah, waiting. This is his empty garage waiting for, look at this. See those 3 Chargers there? He's waiting for his Cybertruck, which is on the way. Amazing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Cybertruck on the way. Look at that. He had that. Look at the paint job. Good job, Angelo. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. Holy macaroni, does that look great. That's a great shot, man. He's waiting for a truck like you. I've been waiting. Amazing. Ray, thumb and finger. Oh, look at you being a tough bastard, right? You mucker. Look at you. Oh, you're looking all trim there. Look at that. It looks like you trimmed down the big Village People stash. What are you wearing on the wrist there, kiddo? I can't tell what that is. It's cool, though. Ray. Then we got Martin Brown. Yes. Ooh, look at this. Look at the tats on you. I didn't realize you were tatted out. Look at that. Look at this cool looking Interlaken Dobini. I love the small seconds over there at 8 o'clock. That's a very attractive watch. Nice onion. Nice onion. Wow, that's attractive. Oh, wow. Look at this thing. Oof. Wow. Beautiful decorations on them. Arabesque. Beautiful. Look at that. I love about when these, I don't know about this brand of watches. Very, very, very cool, man. Very cool. Oh, and then, of course, the shot of the beautiful Bronson. Look at you, you regal beast, you. Look at you. I hope the move goes swiftly and smoothly and that you don't have to, like I know there's going to be some acclimation time for beautiful Bronson. And, that's never fun for pets. Thanks, kiddo. Manny Perez, some pictures from L.A. Oh, hey, it's him and the gang from L.A. Let's take a look. This was at the Animal House. The Animal House. Yeah, you got Daniel, and you got Manny, you got Sean, you got Red Shovel, and of course Timmy. And I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who he is. This young fella. Guy's looking nice. Great group shot, man. Fantastic. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice little outfit there for summer. Why is this blowing up on me like crazy? Can I blow this down? All right, hold on a second. What the hell? Hold on, let me do this again. My mouse is acting stupid. It's been acting stupid all day. There we go. Sorry about that. There he is, Miami Manny, looking handsome, trim, beautiful watch. That watch is crazy, my friend. Absolutely crazy. Oof. Bleggy. I mean, we're talking about a whole other world there, my friends. Look at that. I love, you know what I love most about that watch, believe it or not? The lugs. Oy. They're crazy. That thing is nuts. I love it. Breguet. And Breguet hands, which the new Rolex has, doesn't it? Always handsomely appointed and beautiful. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for all the pictures today, guys. That's the Gallery of Bashtards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots that sublimely absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Share them with me, and I share with the world. Who's getting the job, folks? Time will tell. Kieran. In Qatar, do the Cats play guitar? They might. Miami Manny says, Danny Gutierrez, cheers. Rufus says, I like the band Fu Manchu. Is there a band called Fu Manchu? I didn't know that. Yes, Dirk, that is what I told you. Yes, you did. You did. You were the guy that told me you didn't like that about the watch. And you know what? You're right. I mean, I'll let that slide. I think that they just should have, because I like Fotina, because I like a vintage look. I don't have a problem with that. I know some people do. I like it. And my favorite watch was the 60th anniversary based on the CK2915, which I really love, but this has been usurped. It's been usurped. I love that watch. Yeah, you're right. If they just toned it down just a little bit, just a little bit of yellowing on it, or even better, put an orange hand on there so it's a little bit of, you know what, that would be cool. Now you see it all the time, it's sure. Mart says that vintage watches are great. I love vintage watches. I need to just get my game going with that stuff, you know. Eric B says, great shot. Yeah, that was a great shot. Batgirl, Bat Dog, says Dean. Andy M says, Bronson will quickly recover from the move by overdosing on boxes. Yes, because we all love the cats in the boxes because that's what they do best. So that's the show, my kitty cats. And all I have to say to you, my Basher kitty cats, is that today is a big day for us, for America, and for the world. And all I can say is my position on it is that I wish the world the best. I wish no more war. I wish peace among men and women, because I think about all the creatures in the world that have nothing to do with that. And top of the food chain means that we have the ability to create and to destroy. And all the birds in the sky and the creatures on the ground, and they have nothing to do with our animosity and our greed and our wants and our this is mine and this is yours and the arguments and petty bullshit. It's terrible that beautiful Mother Earth has to suffer every single time one of us throws a hissy fit. And we need to stop throwing hissy fits and come together as a global community of humans for planet Earth. We all need to be on the same side. Pull down all of those stupid borders that mean nothing. It's just alienation and crap. We need to be one society. Like in Star Trek, we need to be all about us as one community of people. Stop the division. Stop the animosity. Stop it all. There's no reason in the world for it to happen. Why can't it be the American territory of Earth, the French territory of Earth? Let's all figure out a way. Eventually it's going to happen because somebody's going to blow the living shit out of somebody. And then all the people are going to come out of the ground and they're going to start a whole coalition and we can never do it again. That's going to happen unless we don't let it. And we can right away, today. Anyway, I love all you guys. Thanks so much for all the super chats today. Let me put the banner up here for the Patreon Pantheon. Jim Lassick, Andrew Wolkowicz, Go Moto Soda, Nick Sisto, Complicated Time, Fergal McDermott, Nathaniel Hannon, Dana O'Malley. I'm going to go slower because I read too fast. Lord Scotty H. Love you, Scotty H. Dean McKenzie, Dean, Al Benedetti. Where you been, Al Benedetti? Where you been? Angelo Minichello, Gas Man, Gary and Susan, thank you so much. Dave L, new job, we love you. Dave Fahrenheit 52, and I definitely owe you a song. David Simons, he's like, where's the dear Dirk? Coming up soon. Lady with a Wrench, Lady Martin, Easy E, Miami, Chris on the Upper East Side, who I met twice. Scott E. Love, they call him Scotty Love. Jocelyn Bittenbender, Ray, Nader Prince, Jonathan Badner, James M. Drew B, Mike Callan, C. Nord, Stuart H. Jazz, and Joe LaFaro, the newest Patreon. Thank you so much. Everybody, thanks for all the super chats. They were as follows. They were Nick Sisto, Nathaniel Hannon, Rufus, E. Stewart Hall, Mike Callan, Jim Lassick, Joe LaFaro, Nathaniel Hannon, Ryan, Manny, and Dan. Guys, you rock. Thanks so much. Go in peace to love and serve the bash. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, always remember that if you encounter unkindness, especially somebody who doesn't believe what you believe, show them a bit of compassion. Give them enough rope to hang themselves, because you never know what's going on in that person's life. I want to send all my best wishes out to anybody who's going through anything in particular. I haven't heard from Julian in a couple of days. All my love to you, dearest Julian, my sister Pat, my mother-in-law Julie. You guys get well soon. Jero O'Malley with her fractured arm. We love you. Everybody who's going through something, remember, light a candle, have a good thought, say a prayer, whatever it is you do that comforts other people. I'm grateful for it all. So just remember to, if you see somebody having a bad day, just give them a little bit of rope, because they could be the greatest person in the world. Either that or they're a